their necks standing on end. Visitors? Intruders? They ran to the door as Myra looked up at the security monitor over the kitchen door. A car was whizzing through the opened gates. Someone with the combination. "Annie!" Myra shouted as she opened the door and ran outside. "Oh, dear God, you are home." Annie hugged Myra. "You missed me that much, eh?" "I did. I do. I was sitting here going out of my mind missing you and feeling so very sorry for myself. I wasn't expecting you for at least a week." "I knew you would be missing me, so I decided to come back." "They kicked you out again?" Annie laughed. "They can't kick me out. I own the joint. Things just go to hell when I'm there for some reason. This time, though, I thought I had it made. I tried sneaking in. Damn if they didn't know I was there before I even arrived. Does that make sense, Myra?" "Sort of. Since Bert Navarro took over as head of security, wind couldn't get through a crack. We have better security than the White House with all those Secret Service agents. If you have secrets, Vegas is the place to be. Which brings me back to what I was saying. They knew I was there before I even got there. It ticks me off. I won $73 on my way out of the casino. Do you want to go to lunch? My treat." "Any time one of the richest women in the world wants to buy me lunch, you won't hear me declining the invitation. Where would you like to go?" "Stop with that rich stuff, Myra. You have as much money as I have, and if the bill is over $73, you're paying the balance." "Deal." "What's wrong, Annie? I can read you like a book." "Let's get a few drinks under our belts and talk then. Anything going on since I left?" "Not a thing. Same old, same old. The leaves are almost all down. I think there's supposed to be a harvest moon tonight. Before you know it, there will be frost on the pumpkins. I planted some pumpkins just to see if they'd grow. I have 6 or 7 of a good size for the front porch, and Charles will have enough for pies at Thanksgiving." "That's it? That's your news? 3 days is a long time. 72 hours to be precise. I can't believe nothing happened in 72 hours. "Sorry to say it is what it is. I haven't even heard from the girls since you left. How was Bert? Did you meet with him?"
"He's fine, and yes, we met for a drink. He likes the job. He hired a new man a while back who has his own story. I met him and gave my seal of approval to his employment. What that means is, Bert has more free time with an extra set of eyes and hands. Having said that, according to Bert, there is never a dull moment. He said Catherine makes it back to Vegas just about every weekend. Things are okay between the two of them since he's accepted the idea that Catherine doesn't want to get married. Not now, not ever. Once he crossed that hurdle and truly accepted it, he's less stressed, and they just enjoy each other's company for what it is, instead of tiptoeing around each other. I didn't see Catherine. Bert said she was due tomorrow. She thrives on driving that 18-wheeler, but then we all knew that. He's quite pleased with himself about Harry's agreeing to come to train his troops, as he calls them. Like I said, we have better security than the White House. Does that boggle your mind, Myra?"
"Yes, it does. Catherine's young, Annie. The young thrive on adventure, and driving overland is an adventure. It's also survival for Catherine, so we can't fault her. You keep forgetting. We're old now. We can't do things like that anymore."
"Says you,"
Annie snapped indignantly.
"Age is a number, nothing more."
Myra looked at Annie, her eyes sad. "We have to be realistic, my friend. You can't stop the aging process no matter how hard you try. And I know you're trying very hard, Annie. Now why don't you tell me why you really came back home after only 3 days? And don't try that trick about how they kicked you out, because I'm not buying it." Annie stared out the kitchen window at the colorful leaves blowing in all directions. Like Myra,